Hey y'all, I know y'all ain't seen me in forever, so I was like, why not do a mukbang updating you guys on things that's going on, but also, just have a little chit chat video. So for those of you guys that are new here, go ahead and hit that subscribe button, and those of you guys that have been here for a while, thank you guys for showing back up, because I know I've been super inconsistent. Subway. Sorry in advance for all of the noise y'all gonna hear with me trying to tear this food up, because your girl is starving. Okay, she's starving. I got cookies, I got chips, and then of course I got a foot long because I'm starving. I just told y'all that. But anyway, for those of you guys, and then I have cran mango to drink, of course. And for those of you guys that are going to ask, I got baked barbecue Lay's, and then I've got raspberry cheesecake and white macadamia nut cookies. And then as far as my sandwich is concerned, I have a Italian BMT on Italian herb and cheese bread, with some olives, some lettuce, some honey mustard across the top and the bottom, because why not, and some oil, vinegar, salt, pepper, oregano. That's it. That's all. I don't do all the extra stuff, and no, I don't want no mayonnaise. Okay, so without further ado, dang, they didn't even cut my sandwich in half. I'm sad. They like really didn't cut my sandwich in half. What are y'all doing? But anyway, so one of the questions I'm sure I'm gonna get asked is, where have I been? In my skin, living. I often have those moments where I could record some stuff but forget to record some stuff, or don't even think about recording things, and I don't even take my camera anywhere, nor do I sit there and pull my phone out or my iPad or anything of that nature. So for those of you guys that be like, why don't you do a whole bunch of vlogs, or why don't you do this, that, and the third? Well, for one, I'm still, new to this, so I ain't true to this yet. So I'm still figuring out my thing with social media, but also I have to take those moments to live life and enjoy it sometimes. So sometimes I don't capture things, but not only that, I have been going through a lot lately, and my life is kind of busy and hectic nowadays, so it's kind of hard to get in the groove of recording, but I'm gonna try to record as much as possible this year. I will be doing some things this year, so hopefully I can get it recorded. Also, update on my car situation. I no longer have a car at all now. My car was repossessed. Some of y'all gonna be like, girl, why are you telling us your business? Well, it was. Things got behind and things got out of hand with my car. No, my insurance company never fixed the car. As far as what I'm doing moving forward, I still have a lawyer involved, so that's still going. For those of y'all that didn't know, from my previous video about me getting into a car accident back in, I think, July, and basically my car insurance was supposed to get my car fixed, so I did everything that I was supposed to, taking it into the shop, getting an estimate, things of that nature, got a rental car. But then out of nowhere, my car insurance company decided, because I wasn't using rideshare in my policy, when I got my policy renewed, that it wasn't going to cover my car. But that was after the fact that they already taken parts off my car, and the fact that parts were ordered, and they already pretty much put it in writing and verbally let me know that they were going to fix things, and then decided they weren't. happens, I'm sure, more times than none, but at the end of the day, I've never had this happen with my insurance company, with it, which is USAA. I've had USAA for as long as I can think of. Both my parents were active in the service, so naturally I just had it and never got rid of it, because if they were good to my parents, then they should be good to me, but clearly that wasn't the case, so there's that. So I'm currently using a family member's car, so that's that with that. Where am I with getting things taken care of legally with that situation? It's still a process. As far as life in general, I've had my moments where, you know, things became overwhelming. I had to take a break from school. For those of you guys that do not know, I'm in school full time, doing cosmetology, and yeah, so grades started slipping and I became busier than normal because I don't work a 9-to-5 anymore. So literally, I'm in that frame of mindset where I gotta be productive all of the time that I can, as opposed to doing things that ain't gonna get the bill paid. You feel me? You know, granted, I could do hair on the side or whatever what the case may be, which I have, but at the end of the day, there's more than I want to do in life besides be behind a chair and doing hair. Because for one, I already got a bad back due to an injury that I got a long time ago, and I'm not trying to create more injuries to that. Okay. So washing hair and standing up for long periods of time and leaning over to cut, style, and braid and all the other stuff can be time consuming for one, and for two, like I said, my back is already trash, so there's that. I will be 27 this year. Whoop, whoop. As far as relationships is concerned, I am still not in a relationship. And for those of you guys that's gonna ask why, just a little secret for those of you guys that don't know, the dating pool has pee in it. It's got pee in it, that's why. It's contaminated, it's dirty, yep, I don't want no parts. But not all seriousness, I've been working on me, and I really don't have time for games. I don't have time for fake pursuit. I don't have time for somebody just trying to do stuff to get my attention, and then when they get my attention, then that's it. So with that being said, I, date here and there, but it really doesn't go anywhere because, like I said, with me not having my own car anymore, I am on somebody else's time with using their car for as long as they'll allow me to use it. But at the same time, that's a whole nother story in itself. But I try to do what I can while I can. So I'm trying to be as productive as I can and get my funds in order so that I can do things like I need to. Especially with all of the stuff that I wanted to do in the last couple of years that I have been pretty much sitting on because I have been out of commission with my car. So it hasn't been terrible not having my own car anymore, but I will say more doors have opened and more opportunities have presented themselves since I haven't had my car. So for one thing that has been getting me through this whole entire time is my faith in God, prayer, and things of that nature, my support systems and stuff of that nature. Yes, I have my moments where I'm sad. Yes, I have my moments where I'm like not feeling this. Yes, I have my moments where I'm like, why me? But then once you realize that everything happens for a reason and you never know, so you just have to learn to steward or cherish the things while you have them, because you never know when you might not. So with that, I could have probably taken a little bit better of how I owned my car and the things that I was doing for my car. So to me, it's like you want to do what you were supposed to do anyway, so I mean you can't really be mad. But in the same token, I just look at it as he's preparing way for me to have better. And who's he? God, obviously. So hey, I'm not gonna sit here and dwell over the car that I used to have, because maybe there's a better car in store. Maybe there is, you know, a blessing on the other side of this mess. Okay, hair is growing and flourishing. It looks a little hot mess right now. Excuse me, because it is fading, but there's that. But other than that, my curls are looking cute today. I have a twist out. It is Black History Month, can't complain. Sorry, I'm trying not to be that person on camera that just chews the whole time and doesn't really say too much, so yeah. But this is a mukbang, so I will be eating. What else is going on? I'll be traveling a little bit more this year. I've learned a lot about myself within the last couple of years. Things I desire. Sorry, this food is so good, y'all. When you ain't ate in so long and you finally get a chance to eat, it's like heaven. But what was I saying? I've learned so much about myself, the things that I desire, things that I do not like, the things that I'm passionate about, and so much more. And it's crazy because you think that a lot of things that you like at one point in time, that's the end all be all. But no, as you get older, as you grow, as you mature, you like new things, you like old things. Things change, you evolve, your mindset changes, the way you feel, the way you receive things, all of that stuff changes. So it's definitely happening for me. And if I can suggest one thing for somebody that may be single or just a human being in general, take time for yourself, regardless of whether you're in a relationship, you have kids, you're married, you're single, you're taken, whatever the case may be. Always take time for yourself. Even if it's a little bit out of the day or a little bit throughout the week or throughout the month, take time for yourself. Take time to discover new things about yourself. Take time to develop new things. Take time to understand, you know, why you react certain ways and why, you know, certain things happen in your life. Take time to process where you are in life. Take time to figure out the history on some of the things that you've picked up over the years. Take time to release some things. Take time to receive some things, but also take some time to just breathe. Take time to focus on you. Take time to, you know, love on yourself and, you know, do things that you would like to do, but also discover things that you like to do. Because the more that you continue to be aware of you, then it's harder for when people try to tell you about you for it to affect you in the way that it used to, because you know you better than anybody, but also you haven't stopped learning you. So, like I said, hopefully somebody takes that and uses it, because I can tell you that it has been a life changer for me, not just in relationships, but friendships and with my peers and with family members and jobs and different things, and knowing my worth and really how to apply it. And again, that's cran mango. For those of y'all that are about to ask, what am I drinking? That's that. What else have I been up to? I've been doing hair a lot more lately, even though I try to stray away from it, because I had some other things that I wanted to do. And if anybody knows me personally, you would know that I don't have a one-track mind and my attention span doesn't last that long. So if I'm focused on something, I have to stay focused on that. And if I start something else, I'm gonna lose focus on the other thing. So there were some other things that I wanted to do besides hair. And so I kind of wasn't doing hair outside of going to school for it. But now that I don't have my car anymore for some strange reason, and I'm saying strange loosely, but for some strange reason, out of the blue, so many people are hitting me up about doing hair and this, that, and the third. And, you know, I'm loving it, but at the same time, I don't want to just be known for one thing when I'm gifted in so many different areas. So that's that. I still do DoorDash, Instacart. I still, you know, upload content from time to time on social media. Am I getting paid for it right now? No. But I'm sure if I'm more consistent and really taking the time to put my all into it, then I would. But I'm not so much pressed to get famous or noticed or likes or comments and all of that wonderful stuff and make me big-headed, but I am interested in networking with others. I am interested in helping others. I'm interested in sharing my story and stories that I have, testimonies that I have, tips, tricks, things that I've learned along the way, and if it can help somebody, so be it. But I'm not in it for the money. The money will come regardless of the fact. People will pay you for what you're passionate about and that they can see that you're passionate about, versus somebody that is doing this and they can tell that they hate it. So don't sleep on yourself. If you're passionate about something, start from, you know, the basics and the bottom first, and excuse me, and then work your way up to, you know, more profit and more awareness of, you know, what you're worth and your time and all of that stuff is worth. And then, you know, start increasing your prices from there. But don't just start off as somebody that is doing a trade or doing a job or owning a business with your prices through the roof and you don't have things to back it up, like, you know, diplomas or certificates or credit or experience or anything of that nature, but you just want people to automatically just pay you an arm and a leg for things that, you know, you just discovered about yourself, or you're just now, you know, putting your energy and effort into. Later on down the line, you know, you can start charging more, but I wouldn't encourage anybody starting out on anything to just go for, you know, the highest bidder. Okay, definitely don't forget about your worth. Don't forget about your energy and your effort and what it took for you to accomplish things. But also don't take for granted that you were somebody else that was a customer at one point in time, and how you felt when people had high prices and things weren't worth the high prices. So, you know, as you get older, as you grow, as you get more experience, you're going to realize that people are just going to be cheap regardless. But at the same time, you got to think about why people are cheap. If they see a need for it, if they see, you know, the vision, if they see, you know, the passion that you have for that, it will sell itself. You won't have to sell it. And at the end of the day, then when somebody's sold, they will pay whatever. But you just coming out the gate with something and trying to get somebody to pay an arm and a leg out the gate, I wouldn't recommend it. But if that's your thing, do your thing, boo. But that just ain't me. So I've been perfecting my crafts and finding different things that I'm passionate about outside of hair, and working on it. Get you a vision board if you haven't already this year. It's important for you to have something to focus on, but have a visual of the things that you desire, but also have something to take to God in your prayer time, as opposed to just asking for things from emotion or the heat of the moment, or just because somebody else had it, but because this is really what you want. But also it's something that you put down because, you know, it was given to you however it was given to you. Some people have dreams, some people, you know, are walking in faith but to get to see those things, and some people are just, that's just in them and they feel like they need it. And keep those things in mind. Also, when you pray, keep in mind that things don't have to happen the way that you want them to and when you want them to for them to happen. They will still happen, but sometimes you have to take in consideration how you treated the last thing you asked for, you know, and how you treat people when you get those things and the motive behind it, because all of that plays a part in how and when and what you get, you know, from, you know, what you asked for. So keep that in mind. For all those people that are like, you know what, I don't want to pray anymore because the last time I prayed nothing happened, or the last time I prayed something crazy happened and I wasn't expecting that. Because it's not about you and, you know, things being your will and your way. It's about God's will and God's way. He'll take your suggestions into consideration, but he doesn't have to meet your preference, okay? Keep that in mind. What else? Toward the end of last year, I did do a lot of networking, which was cool. This year, I haven't done too much networking, but I'm definitely down to network for those who are interested. And it doesn't have to be hair. It doesn't have to be content. It doesn't have to be anything crazy. But if you want to work, let's do it. Also, if you're not following me on other social media, make sure to do so. I will put all of the information in the description box below. So make sure that you guys look into that to find me anywhere else. Because when I'm not posting long videos, I am definitely on TikTok posting short videos. But I'm also on Facebook, and I'm also on Instagram for those of you guys that care a lot about my hair and things of that nature and wanting to see things that I've done to my own hair and other people's hair. I have videos up there. I have pictures and things of that nature. And for those people that are going to ask me about prices, I will answer all of that in my DMs about that stuff. I'm not about to sit here and give all prices because I can't tell you personally what I'm going to charge you. I don't charge the same price every time for the same services because people's hair vary in size, shape, length, texture, and so on and so forth. So sometimes you might have to do a little bit more work to somebody else's hair than you did somebody else's, so it's gonna cost you, okay? How's it going? Me living in Georgia. Georgia has always been my second home, so it's literally just like home. It wasn't a major change for me. And this isn't the first time I've lived in Georgia, so there's that. But it's going. I will say, dating here versus dating anywhere else I've dated, has been a lot different. Only because here, more people are really about their bag versus when I was in Kentucky. Like, yeah, you have people about their bag, but people were cool with just a regular 9-to-5, and there's nothing wrong with that. But they also weren't growing in the company that they're at anyway. Like, they were at the same company for 55,000 years, haven't had a pay increase, haven't had a promotion, a different position, or anything of that nature. So, I mean, that's cool, but I'm not interested in people, I'm not interested in people that are only interested in staying in the same place forever, because why? But definitely here in Georgia, I hear a lot of people say, oh, there's a lot of gay men, but unfortunately, I don't stay on that side of Georgia, so I wouldn't know. But I definitely will say there's a lot of entrepreneurs, a lot of go-getters, and a lot of people that are about their priorities and their businesses and things of that nature, ready to work, ready to network, ready to get to the bag, create more opportunities, and really out here putting in the work here in Georgia. So if you're that person that's like, I don't like Georgia men because they this, they that. Now, granted, I don't like, in some cases where there's a lot of people that were born and raised here and never been outside of Georgia, and you could tell. But the people that are here that are not from here, or that have been born and raised here but have gotten out, you can tell the difference. Their mindset is a little bit different, but also their drive is a little different too. Typically, the mindset of the typical man is to make a certain amount of money and be rich. To have a nice house, to have a nice car, to, flex on the next. That's really what it is. But for me, I'm not looking for that. So for those people that be like, why are you single? Because that's not what I'm looking for. I'm not looking for the glitz, the glamour. I'm not looking for somebody that can take care of me for the rest of my life financially. I'm not looking for somebody that is going to be able to provide me with the materialistic things. I care more about, what somebody's thinking, and what's, how somebody feels, and, somebody's actions, as opposed to the words that they can say and the things that they can buy, because you can't buy the things that are more important, like character and things of that nature. So that's what it is for me. And of course, like I said, with people here being entrepreneurs and things of that nature and being on the hustle, it's much like me. So the time of us trying to spend together is like colliding, or they're a lot more busier than me depending on their career field, and it kind of clashes. So I've kind of just chilled out on getting too gung-ho about somebody, because at the end of the day, I don't want to string anybody along and making them feel like I'm gonna be in-house 24/8 because I don't have a job anymore, a 9-to-5 job anymore. But at the same time, I don't want anybody to feel like that's all I'm looking for, is somebody to take care of me, because I ain't. Sorry. So I've just been taking my time, especially when you know that he who finds a good thing finds a wife. If he finds me and he knows I'm a good thing and he knows I'm his wife, it's not because I went looking for him. Like, we just so happened to cross paths and he knew from, day one, like, this is what it is. So to my ladies out here, like, searching for love and searching for a man or searching for their soulmate, stop searching, okay? It'll come to you when it's supposed to come to you, but also prepare yourself so that when it comes to you, that you won't fumble it or you won't mess it up because of whatever else you got going on. So work on you, heal you, get you in order, spend time with you, go out, do different things, enjoy yourself, enjoy your company, enjoy your body, enjoy all of those wonderful things that comes along with just being you as a person, so that when another person comes along, you don't get lost in what they can do for you and how they, do the things that you can't do for yourself. Make sure, I'm not telling you to be that person that's so independent that when somebody comes around, they can't do for you. I'm saying you're not only relying on them to do things, you can also do things for yourself. So it's an evenly yoked situation, which means you can do for them and they also can do for you, and it's evenly reciprocated. One person shouldn't do all the chores, one person shouldn't do all the cooking, one person shouldn't do all the cleaning, one person shouldn't do all the tending to the kids. Like, it should be an even thing. Both of y'all should have something to contribute to the relationship, and both of y'all should be able to do things without making it a chore. Like, oh my God, I gotta do this. Like, just do it because you love that person, and it's an unconditional thing. You're doing it because whether they ask you to or not, that's just what you need to do. You see stuff laying on the floor, clean it up. Like, it's not rocket science. So that's what it is for me. But also, there's a lot of men in the world nowadays, and in my generation, that just want company and don't want to be alone, which is why they want to be with somebody. But I'm not looking for company. Company is something that can come and go as they please. They have to be invited, and y'all only need each other for a good time. No, thank you. I'm in it for a long road. I'm in it for marriage. I'm in it for children. I'm in it for us to have a strong foundation. I'm in it for both of us to be winning as individuals, but also as a couple. I'm in it to, be down 10 toes. I'm in it to, build on different aspects in our lives and different things of that nature. And I'm not in it to be fixed. I'm not in it to try to fix you, and I'm not in it to do things for you that your mama was supposed to do for you. I can't. Sorry. I don't know who needs to hear this, but I'm not your mom. Your wife is not your mom. Your girlfriend is not your mom. Your girl or whoever she is not the people that didn't give you what they were supposed to give you to lead you up in the way that you're supposed to go. Never confuse the two, and never expect them to give you the things that the people that were supposed to take care of you as a child didn't give you, because you'll never get it. I promise you, because the way that they can give it is not the same as, your romantic partner. It's never going to be the same. So keep that in mind, especially for my ladies out there. You're looking for daddy or uncle or grandpa or whatever the case may be. I'm not saying that there's anything wrong with wanting some of the similar qualities, but at the same time, to get the things that they didn't give you, it's not going to happen. They can never give it to you on the same level as the person that raised you was supposed to give it to you. So get out of that mindset. Also, guys, spend some time by yourself. There's a lot of guys that are out here that, they say, oh, I'm single or whatever, whatnot. And they spend most of their time just being under the next woman or chasing after the next woman, and never ever really spending time healing their mind, healing their heart, healing their body of the things that cause them to be in such a toxic place or such a, broken, fragile state. They just want to keep going and going and going, but at the end of the day, you're not the Energizer Bunny. You eventually, wear out. You eventually get burnt out on different things, and hopefully it's not when you get older and get to that point where you have lost so much time where you decide okay, let me heal the things that I need to heal so that I can properly be the man for the wife that I want to have. So keep that in mind. There's nothing wrong with being single and not mingling. There's nothing wrong with that on both ends, on a woman's perspective and a male's perspective. There's nothing wrong with being by yourself for a minute. There's nothing wrong with healing that childhood trauma. There's nothing wrong from healing from that last relationship. There's nothing wrong with getting clear and figuring out what you really want from a partner before you get the partner. There's nothing wrong with trying to discover what your worth is without having a person to define that for you to define that for you. There's nothing wrong with discovering things on your own and then being able to discover them with somebody else after you've, decided this is what I like or what I don't like, but also creating those memories with yourself, for yourself, by yourself, but also being okay with somebody being with you or not doesn't determine whether or not your life goes on, or doesn't determine whether or not things can happen for you. You can feel loved, you can feel cared for, you can feel provided for. All of that stuff should be able to be a thing way before you get in a relationship. You shouldn't only get those things because you have another body with you. Because just as you can be lonely and sleeping in a bed by yourself, you can be in the bed laying next to a whole human being and still feel by yourself. So keep that in mind for those of you guys that are single, or those of you guys that are in relationships that never took the time for yourself, that is trying to still figure it out, because now you got this person with you and you feel like they are everything to you and you don't mean anything to yourself. And truth be told, you're the first person that will express love to you and care to you and this, that, and the third to you, because at the end of the day, you know you better than anybody. And if you don't, that's a problem. If they know you better than you know you, that's a problem, because you spend the most time with you. So continue to spend time with you, even when you get in relationships, even when you get married, even when you have kids, even when, you know, you're broken and things of that nature. Figure those things out, but also continue to figure those things out. Continue to spend that time. Continue to discover. Continue to love. Continue to care, because we go through those things, especially as women, you know, when you go through different periods of your life. And, you know, you only love yourself when you were a size 5, or you only loved yourself when you had a man, or you only loved yourself when you had your kids, or you only loved yourself, you know, when you were thicker than a Snicker. Now you're smaller, or now you're, you know, wider, now you're this, now you're that, and you're like, oh my God, I can't stand it. Okay, well, work on those things that you don't like. But also get to the bottom of why you don't like those things. Please don't let it be just because somebody else don't like it, because at the end of the day, somebody always ain't gonna like something, because they're never going to see the same thing that you see it to the same extent, because guess what? They get a glimpse of you. You spend the most time with you. You see you the most. They have an option to not look, or to be around you or not, or to, you know, receive you or not. You don't have that choice. You stuck with you for the rest of your life. So you might as well get used to it. You might as well learn to love it, and you might as well make use of what you got while you got it. Okay? So there's that. What else? How is my hair care journey going, or how is my hair journey going? It is going like it's supposed to, trial and error. For those of you that are thinking about going natural, please understand that it's a lot of work, and it's not a just throw some water in it, throw some leave-in in it, and go about your day. Like, there are nights where you're gonna be spending hours at a time putting product and styling and protective styling and things of that nature before you go to bed, so you don't wake up with your hair stuck on top of your head. You're gonna spend hours, you know, trying to come up with a protective style, and things not going as planned. You're gonna have those times where you're gonna do a twist out or a braid out or a wash and go. Products ain't gonna mix well, and your hair is just not gonna act right, and things aren't gonna go as planned, and you're just gonna be like, whatever. You're gonna have those times where you're not gonna be able to afford those products. You're gonna have times where you're gonna feel like you need to try another product, or you're gonna feel like, you know, I have to stay with the rest of the line that I had because it worked last time, or it worked for my hair. But let me be honest with y'all, you will go through phases of your hair journey where what worked at one point might not work again, or what worked in one season might not work for the next season, because you do have different things that affect what works for your hair and what doesn't, whether that be color treating your hair, whether that be chemically treating your hair, whether that means, you know, heat treating your hair with hot combs and flat irons and blow dryers and things of that nature, whether you are dyeing your hair or coloring your hair, bleaching your hair, getting blonde hair, and, you know, having brittle and that type of stuff going on, or heat damage, your curl pattern, you know, loosens up, or, you know, completely leaves because your hair is completely heat damaged, cutting your hair, trimming your ends, things of that nature. So if you are down for the ride, do your thing. But if you're not down for the ride, I would not recommend being natural. Being natural is not what it's cracked up to be in a lot of cases, because for one, like I said, it's time consuming. For two, you have to have the patience for it. For three, you got to have the money to buy the products. For four, you got to have somewhere in your schedule where you can get it done, if you're not going to be the one doing it. Because, baby, it's not just a quick 1-2, especially if you have hair like mine that is 4C. Like, it's not a quick 1-2 or extremely curly. It's not a quick one too. It took me hours to do some mini twists in my hair last night because my hair's so thick, so I can't just put like 4 or 5 or 6 twists in there and have a twist out, or 4 or 5 braids and have a braid out. Babe, if I do that, my hair is going to be wet in some way, shape, form, or fashion. Sorry, I can't talk. In the middle, because I did one big braid, so I have to go smaller. I can't do the big twists and braids like everybody else and just have a quick turnout. My hair will not be defined. My hair will not act right, okay? So there's that. Also, products. People ask me all the time, India, what do you put in your hair? I use Camille Rose. I use Mail. I use Mail, the pomegranate line, and then I use Camille Rose. I use her leave-in conditioner. I use her shampoo sometimes. I use her deep conditioner sometimes. The refreshing smoother. The curl refreshing smoother. The Mail, I use her pomegranate line for type 4 hair. Sometimes I might use leave-in conditioners and twisting gels and things of that nature. But my hair is colored, so that's sometimes I have to use the ion color stuff for colored hair. Sometimes I use Shea Moisture Jamaican castor oil restoring strength stuff. Sometimes I may even use what else? Garnier Fructis sometimes. Sometimes I use Aussie. I don't really have I ain't gonna say I don't have a go-to, but I'm always trying new things to see if something else works better than the last product. But I also have a bin full of products that I've had for years, so I do use all the products eventually. But I have some that I use more than others, depending on what time of the year it is, or what the weather is like, whether I'm gonna style my hair with heat or not, whether or not I'm gonna wear my hair curly, whether or not I'm gonna color my hair. So all of that plays a factor in what products I have, or the styling tools that I use. But for the most part, for those that are gonna ask what are my go-to hairstyles, or things that I do to keep my hair looking the way that it looks, and that is twist out, braid out, leave-in conditioners, curling creams, mousse, edge control for sure, also Denman brushes and wig brushes. Those come in handy. I finger detangle a lot. I rarely use the comb, and it might sound crazy, but I don't use the comb and the brush as much as people probably think. To detangle my hair, I use my fingers more than I use a tool to detangle. But if you're a person that feels like your hair is looser curl pattern than mine, and you can get a comb through there, do your thing. But unfortunately, when you have type 4 hair, in most cases, unless your hair is wet, you can't really get a brush or a comb through it, or unless it has some type of something in it while it's wet, you can't really comb through it or brush it. So I don't, because it's just gonna create tangles anyway. Do I sleep with a bonnet? Yes. Sometimes I won't, but for the most part, I will put my hair in a pineapple, which means I will pull all my hair to the top and put a scarf around it, and then throw a bonnet on. Otherwise, I will put my hair in a bunch of ponytails and sleep with it like that, so that my hair doesn't stick to my head while I'm asleep. Sorry, y'all. It's bread, man. If you're not a fan of cranberry juice, what are you doing with life? Cranberry Ocean Spray cranberry. Then it came out with so many different cranberry juices. It's not even funny, and all of them be hitting. But anyway, so what else did I be doing to my hair? I will braid it down sometimes. I will twist it down. That's how I got my hair like this today. I actually had a bunch of little twists in my hair, and I just took it out today. I also braid my hair down sometimes. I don't part it evenly, or I don't sit there and press for my parts to be super straight or anything like that, or clean, because at the end of the day, the more that you focus on the parts, the more that when you go to take the whatever style down, you're gonna have to sit there and hide the part. So in order to not have to worry about that as much, and it's easier to blend together, don't focus on how straight your part is. I typically do zigzags or not really part my hair down the middle and things of that nature, so that I don't have those harsh lines from parting. Also, I do wear a lot of braids, like knotless braids throughout the year. Excuse me, throughout the year. I do singlies or passion twists, whatever you want to call them, throughout the year. I do wigs. I do quick weaves, all of that stuff. I don't really wear my hair out that much. I wear it out in between hairstyles. So right now I'm in between a hairstyle. My hair has been out for a month now, and I'm ready to do something else to it because I'm sick of this mess. But when it's out, I'm typically wearing it out in a fro. But for term wise, it's a braid out, twist out, whatever the case may be. But I always turn it into a fro because my hair's too thick to be trying to put my hair all in one ponytail or two ponytails or whatever the case may be. I have to make my sections a little bit smaller than most people, so I just don't do it. Also, my shrinkage is real. Literally, my hair is way down here, but due to shrinkage, it don't look like I got no hair in most cases. Picks help a lot. Before my hair looked like this, it was actually pretty limp. So it wasn't until I took my pick to it that my hair got bigger. A lot of people don't realize that, but in most cases, people actually do use picks for volume. Also, for those that are gonna ask, when it comes to styling your hair, you want to do whatever you're gonna do with your hair while it's wet. Other than that, leave it alone. I will leave my hair like this all day. I'm going to do it once a day, and that is it. I'm going to twist it or braid it maybe once or twice that week, and that is it. I don't do that every night. I don't do that every day. I don't do it every morning. Literally, I just wake up, take the bonnet off. However I slept with my hair, I will take it down and then fluff it out with the pick, and that is it. I don't really add too many products to it, because the more products you have on your hair, the more weighed down it's gonna be, and on top of that, like, your style isn't gonna come out like you want it to, and that's how you get all that buildup. So when I do my hair, it isn't that bad because I don't put a whole lot of product on my hair, because why would you want to do all that? So I would refresh it with some water, a leave-in conditioner, or even my curl smoother by Camille Rose, and that is it. I don't be putting all that gel and things of that nature, because when I put gel in my hair, in most cases it's flaky because I don't have the whole line for whatever product that I'm using. I mix and match products, which is perfectly fine. Do test it on the back of your hand to make sure that they mesh well. Otherwise, if it starts getting clumpy on the back of your hand, you're probably gonna have flakiness in your hair anyway. Also, some products have alcohol in it, so that causes flakes too, so keep that in mind. What else? I'm sure somebody's gonna ask me about dyeing my hair or coloring my hair. What hair dyes do I use? I definitely don't use anything in a box. Those are a lot harsher because in most cases it comes with the bleach or whatever the case may be, and you have to process it, and in most cases it doesn't give you the color that you really want unless your hair is bleached down to a certain level, and I don't have time for that. My hair is already colored, so I'm already risking the chance of damaging my hair. So the less damage that I can do, I will. So with that being said, the ends of my hair are the only things that are bleached, and as you guys can see, that is really far down, and I cut it as I go throughout the years or whatever, but all of my bleached ends is down here now because I started with really short hair. Dang, why'd I do that? I started with really short hair, and literally that first base level I bleached and tore it up, and then I just let it grow out, and that's literally the only thing that is bleached. Anything other than that, I do not use bleach at all. I use Developer and the L'Oreal highlight color brand to actually color my hair. For those of you guys that are gonna ask, occasionally I use the liquid hair color and Kiss or Adore, depending on whatever color I'm using. I don't use Beijing. Have I in the past? Absolutely. But liquid dye, sometimes it can get messy, but also I find that just tints my hair in most cases, so I just have a like overcast of whatever color that I'm trying to get, and it doesn't really last that long for me. But for the L'Oreal highlight color, it comes in a tube, it's a lot thicker, and then I'm using Developer to lighten my hair, and it's catered toward darker hair. So in most cases, the other dyes are catered toward already pre-lightened hair or lighter hair. So read the box, read the instructions, and read the things that you are putting in your hair so that you can understand why it's not working and what's not working. Also, ask questions when y'all go to the hair store. Don't be asking them Chinese folks because they don't be knowing, but ask somebody in there that you see either shopping for stuff and or people in there that are actually doing hair, because a lot of them Chinese folks, they don't be knowing. They just sell the stuff. They don't know nothing about none of that. They be in there talk about something, oh no, this good hair, you don't need that other stuff, and that stuff will melt. Like, so I wouldn't go for it. Google it. Look at some reviews before you go to the hair store. Get on YouTube and see somebody else try that product out first before you put it in your stuff. Especially somebody that has hair similar to yours, or, you know, trying to get to what you are trying to achieve. Go do your research before you just go in the hair store and buy stuff, because I don't know about y'all, but I definitely do, especially hair color. I want to see what it's going to look like on my hair. So I'm going to look at somebody else that's dyeing their hair that has dark hair just like me, curly hair that's just like me. I'm not gonna go look for somebody that has straight hair that's already bleached blonde dyeing their hair, because obviously they're gonna definitely get the color that they're achieving. So there's that. As far as styling tools and products and things, again, read what it says it's gonna do. Read the type of hair it's for. Read, you know, what's in it. Read reviews on it, on those hairlines and things of that nature. Think about what hair that's actually catered toward. Is it yours? Is it someone else's? Is that gonna work for you? Also, for those of you guys that have colored hair, make sure you're reading to make sure that that is catered towards your colored hair and not just regular hair. Otherwise, you're stripping your own color. What else? People always ask me, how often should you trim your hair? I've heard all types of stuff. I've read all types of stuff. Honestly speaking, it's whenever you feel like you need to get it done. If you feel like your hair is a little bit more damaged than somebody else's and you want to get 2-3 inches chopped off, do your thing. But if you feel like, you know what, my hair is good, it's been good all year and it ain't really that damaged, and you go to, you know, blow it dry and your ends look decent and they feel decent, your hair is still flourishing, your curl is the same pattern all the way down the shaft, then leave it alone. But if you feel like you need to cut your hair, cut it. I do it all the time. And I cut my own hair. I don't go to anybody to have it done because, I mean, I have scissors, I'm in school, and I've been doing hair majority of my life. So at this point, if I mess it up, who gonna check me? Nobody. It's my hair. And also doing hair. A lot of people make it harder than it has to be. Doing your hair is really not that hard. I promise you it isn't. Google some stuff, YouTube some stuff, and I promise you, they will give you step-by-step in most cases, and they will even slow it down so you can see what the heck they're doing. They'll tell you what kind of hair it is. So there really isn't a whole lot of gatekeeping in that aspect, but as far as, you know, how to maintain it and things of that nature, that's something that people skip a lot on. But in most cases, I didn't learn by somebody specifically being hands-on with me. I learned, you know, by trying it on my own self and getting in the mirror and trying some stuff, and also being okay with it failing, because a lot of times stuff don't work for my hair. Flexi rods, I've been trying to do flexi rods for forever. I ain't mastered it yet, okay? I can do it on some weave, but I can't do it on me, okay? So, hey, sometimes you gotta face the fact that that might just not be your thing. But that doesn't mean you can't, you know, comb your hair or brush your hair. Don't ever not comb or brush your hair because you're being that person who's like, I don't do hair, okay? And so, but that doesn't mean your hair shouldn't be upkept because you don't do hair. Like, the simplest thing could be combed and brushed into a ponytail. Like, come on now. But yeah, that's that. A lot of people ask me about how I wash my hair. Do I wash it in sections? Absolutely not. That'll take too much time. I do, however, condition my hair first before actually shampooing it. And yes, I still shampoo twice and still put a deep conditioner after that. So conditioner, wash twice, and then I'll go in with the deep conditioner, put that in. I ain't gonna lie, sometimes I get sidetracked and that deep conditioner be in my hair for a long time, way past the time that I'm supposed to. Maybe that's why my hair be so dang soft. I don't know. There are times where I will put some oil in there too and have a hot oil treatment going, as well as a deep condition, and that works for me too. Also, what else do I do to my hair? I double shower cap for my deep conditioner. No, I do not sit up under a dryer because I don't like dryers. They hot, okay? I don't want that sit on the back of my neck. No. I do that, and then sometimes I'll wrap my towel around the shower cap. Other times, I just walk around the house with a double cap. Or sometimes I'll even get in the shower and let the steam from that help deep condition my hair. But other than that, that's really all it is to it. I don't section my hair to wash it. I don't wash one section at the other. I get right in the kitchen and put my head in the sink like any other time. Do I wash my hair in the shower? Sometimes, but not a whole lot because I have color in my hair, so I ain't gonna do nothing but stain my tub because my tub is white. So I'm not about that life. Now when I dye my hair, I definitely section my hair off into 4. But other than that, yeah, no, I don't section my hair unless I'm actually styling my hair. But to wash it, I ain't got time for that. But if that's your thing, do your thing, sis. If that works for you, do your thing. But for me, I ain't got time. I'm just gonna wash it, okay? Stop washing your hair with super hot water. Let it be lukewarm or colder than that. But please never wash your hair with steam and hot water. Why are you doing that, sis? If you want to do a steam treatment, do that, but don't wash your hair with hot water. Like, are you losing your mind? Do you think you're trying to clean the pots and pans in your house and you're trying to help, like, get some of the stuff off? You don't need that, okay? What else? When you condition your hair, technically you're supposed to do it in cool water to close the cuticles. I do. If you don't, whatever. I definitely put all the products in my hair while my hair is dripping wet. and then I will blow dry. I use BioSilk. I use Silk Elements heat protecting spray. Occasionally I use She or Chi, however you want to pronounce it, the Silk Infusion, but I don't have any more left. I had a trial size bottle and I ain't used it since, so there's that. The what was I about to say? Oh, I use Garnier Fructis leave-in conditioner sometimes, and heat protectant sometimes. That's all. That's just that on that. What was I about to say? Oh, Target and Sally's will be your best friend when it comes to buying certain tools for your hair. Because in most cases they come in bigger bottles, but also they come in packs and stuff. So you spend more money, and sometimes in Sally's, but those things last a long time. I know that my shampoos that I get from Sally's, I typically get the bigger bottles and things of that nature, so I don't have any issues with that. Any bowls and things for hair coloring and stuff, I still have to this very day, and I've had for years. Brushes and things of that nature, I've had for years and still have it. Combs, Denman brushes, things of that nature, I've had for years. Haven't had to get rid of it. What else? Find you a good oil if you haven't already. I like the ones that have the dropper in it as opposed to the spout, because I can just put it directly in my scalp as opposed to trying to work it into my hair. Focus on your scalp when you're shampooing, and focus on your ends when you are conditioning. I learned that. Why? That's just what it is. What else? Let one of your colors fade out before you start putting more color in it. This color I've had since I think Thanksgiving. And it might have been before that, but I've had this color for months now, and I haven't done anything crazy to it, and it still is fading out, and I'm fine with that. I don't like the faded color look, but some people like it, so I just rock it, whatever. I don't have any like green hair that's turning crazy colors or anything like that, so for the most part I use reds or things of that nature, so when it fades out it doesn't look too bad. Like, yeah, you get this brassy color, but it doesn't look that bad. What else? Do I diffuse my hair? No. I blow dry it like normal. Do I diffuse my curls? No. Can I? I'm sure I could, but do I? No, not really. I have shrinkage, so me putting the diffuser to my hair isn't gonna do anything but make my hair shorter, so I don't do it. What else? But does it define the curls? Absolutely. What else? For those of you guys that are gonna ask, what am I doing as far as work? I think I already answered that question though, but and how is the non-9 to 5 life working for me in the last 2 years? I'm still provided for. I still make money regardless. I just work on my own schedule now. And I will say that it has definitely been one of those things. You have to be a disciplined person for you to be able to do it. I just naturally get up between the times of 8:30, 9 o'clock every day. Occasionally I will slip back into going to sleep late, and so I won't wake up until 10. That happens too, but for the most part, I'm up between 8:30 and 9, and getting the day started. And like I said, I don't have a 9 to 5, so for me to get up at those times, and I used to even get up earlier, but I haven't in a minute because I don't have my own car anymore. So my schedule isn't the same, but yeah. So if you are a disciplined person and you can handle not being in the unknown, then by all means, because there are days where you don't know where your next dollar is coming from, how much you're gonna make, how many hours you put into whatever you're putting it into. You know, things happen that are out of your controls, car accidents, tires, things of that nature, and you're gonna have to make it do what it do, oil changes and things of that nature. So I'm always doing DoorDash, Instacart, hair, things of that nature, so that even if I have a down day, or even if, you know, something were to happen, you know, I can be able to get the money at some point in the day. Not necessarily, I might not have it right then and there, but I can get to it. And even if I have to borrow money, you know, I can always get it back to you, because literally I'm working every day. So in most cases, I don't ever have down days, but when I do, it's because I've worked hard enough all week to where I can be able to do that. So take that into considerations for those of you guys that are not working a traditional 9 to 5 and you're working on that entrepreneur lifestyle and you just want some type of income. DoorDash, Instacart, well, Instacart right now, y'all probably on the waiting list. I've been on Instacart since when they were a thing, so that's why I'm not. But DoorDash, Instacart really are a thing. I do not DoorDash and Instacart all day. I do it midday because that's when it's most popular. Yeah, you do have people that will order breakfast, but it's really rare. Especially those people that can get up and make breakfast because they have the groceries in their house. That's typically, breakfast is not really a good time to DoorDash or Instacart, but I will typically do between 12 and 8, 4 and 8, 4 and 6, you know, when people are just now getting home from work, lunchtime, when people are about to have dinner, those things. So keep that in mind if you're like, when should I work? Those are the days you work. I do not accept anything under $5, and if I am, it's because it's literally right next to the store where I'm going. What else? Instacart. That's another story in itself. They do have perks. DoorDash, when you have the debit card, you can get a payout instantly, but also it gives you money back when you spend at certain stores and certain restaurants and certain gas stations. You get money back, so it's worth it to me. Plus, being able to get paid right then and there, why not? If you're a person that's like, well, I work for those companies and I don't have, it's probably because you haven't done enough. So that's that. What else? I also have gotten back into Poshmark. Poshmark is like Facebook Marketplace where you can sell anything on there. So I'm currently selling clothes that may have been slightly worn or never worn at all with tag on it. I'm also selling hair products or hair that I have either never even opened or took maybe a few strains out of there but haven't used the whole pack. I have a hot comb that's on there. I have boots and flip-flops that ain't never been worn. I have underwear that I bought, underwears and bras that I have bought, never worn. They just don't have a tag on it. Especially Rihanna's line is on there as well. Savage X Fenty. I've bought a lot of bras from her, but they didn't fit, and I took too long to return them, so they still have tag on it, good condition. And it ain't been worn. So if you're a person that needs some stuff sold, but you want, you know, to set your own prices, check into Poshmark. They also give you the labels, so literally all you have to do is put it in a box or a package and ship it off at the post office. Like, I don't know if you can get any better than that. And like I said, you set your own prices. They don't tell you you know, what to put. You put your own prices. So if you want to take shipping out of the equation and allow them to have free shipping, you can do that. If you want to have offers, you can do that. If you want to, you know, bundle things, you could do that. So definitely works for me. I think you have like 3 to 7 days to ship things off. And then a couple days after people get it, either they can return it because you lied and your picture catfished them, or they can choose to keep it and then you get paid. There's that. Let your passions create room and opportunity for you to get paid to do the things that you love, as opposed to being so stuck into, I gotta work this job that I hate because it's giving me money. Because I'm not gonna lie to you, even though I have those moments where I'm like, oh my God, my accounts is starting to look funny again, or I have more month than I do money. But at the end of the day, first of all, I trust God and I put everything in his hands, and I also pray all the time, because if it's his will and his way for me not to be stuck to a 9 to 5 anymore and to do the things that he's been gifting me to be able to do, so be it. Like, if that's the case, you know, there will always be opportunities. Like I said, my car broke down. I mean, not my car broke down, but I got in a car accident. My car was tore up. They didn't fix it. And ended up getting repossessed. I ended up getting another car from somebody else. And I've been doing hair more than I ever have in life. And so many different blessings have come, even in spite of a moment where I could be sitting here crying every day because I ain't got my car. So there's that. Also, regardless of the fact whether I have the amount of money I want or not, I always have money in my account, because I'm always working. So it's a mindset and it's a discipline. You got to put in the work to get whatever you want out of it. What else? I've also been able to spend more time with family and friends. I also don't have to worry about when I get sick or have doctors or dentist appointments or want to take vacations. I don't have to wait till somebody approves my request to be able to go somewhere or do something or be sick and be human. So that has been amazing. Not to say that I still don't take into consideration other things that I'm doing, and, you know, if I have to let somebody else know that, you know, I'm not going to be there or I can't do certain things because I'm out of town. But yeah, so it's cool to work on my own schedule, and it's cool to have the freedom to be able to do what I want when I want, but also to see the fruits of my labor, as opposed to working a job and taxes come out and things of that nature happen, and people mess up time sheets and things of that nature. Like, I don't have to worry about counting my hours and things of that nature to figure out how much I'm gonna get paid, and then think about, oh, how much tax is gonna come out, so how much is my check gonna be when I get it back. Like, I literally get paid all day, every day, so I can't be mad at that. But I also have the freedom to be able to be sick if I wanted to be sick. I have the freedom to, you know, not go to work if I don't want to go to work. I have the freedom to be happy about going to work. I have the freedom to, you know, live life like I wasn't able to do before, because, I mean, I gotta request off, I gotta wait for you to approve it, I gotta find somebody else to cover my shift, I gotta make sure, you know, this, that, and the third. Like, literally, I can work it from anywhere. So it doesn't bother me. But it gives me a chance to be able to do more than one thing at a time. So what else? Still don't have any kids, for those that are gonna ask. No, I don't have any children. No, I don't have a man. It's just me, myself, and I. What else? Still enrolled in school. I'm just not in there this semester. I'll be back next semester. How much longer do I have? I don't know. That's to be determined. So I hope I answered all of you guys' questions that I've been getting asked in different places on social media and in person about so many different things. Oh, one question that I get asked a lot Where am I from? I'm from Florida, Jacksonville, Florida, to be exact. Also, another question I get asked a lot. How did I make it through depression? Prayer. Faith. How did I get through my miscarriage with my twins? Prayer. God. No, seriously. How do I get through difficult times in my life? God. Like, not to be cliche, but that's really how I get through. Also, support systems, and also understanding who I am and my worth, and never losing sight of that sometimes. That's helpful. But also being around people that won't let you lose sight of those things is important too. What else was I about to say? See, this is why I don't record, because pre-record, because I be lost sometimes. Like, my brain be going to 1,001 like minutes a second. Like, it's crazy. What else did I have to say to you guys? Will I be posting more? I'm not gonna say absolutely, because then if I don't post as much as I said that I was going to, then somebody's gonna be like, oh my God. But I'm going to try to work on that, because I know that there's a lot of things that can be said, that can be shared, that will help somebody, and I don't want to be naive to be like, well, I don't feel like it, and so somebody, has to do something the hard way because nobody told them that they could actually make it past. So yeah, definitely understand that life happens. So that's never gonna stop, regardless of whether you're going through some things, or whether or not you're happy or sad, or whether or not you agree with it or not. Life's gonna happen. It's gonna throw you lemons. Don't ever think that life is gonna be lemonade once you make lemonade out of those lemons the first time. You're gonna get more lemons to make more lemonade, okay? So, which means life is gonna throw you curveballs. Life is going to throw things at you to try to get you off track and to make you, lose your faith. But at the end of the day, you gotta make the best out of those situations, the best you can. And pray, pray, pray. Worry less and pray more. The more you pray, the less you begin to worry about things that are out of your control, because you understand that, hey, if I can't control it, if I can't do nothing about it, I can put it in God's hand, and I know he can do something about it, okay? Because everything got to go through him, so that's what it is. As far as those that are going to ask about my believer journey, or my faith journey, Christian journey, however you want to put it, honestly speaking, I do what is authentic to me. I don't do anything more or less because of what I believe in. I just keep in consideration respect when I do certain things in certain places, but I also take into consideration, how things will be viewed when it comes to things coming back up from the past, or whatever the case may be. So I'm always careful, even with social media, of what I post and how I post it and where I posted it and all of that stuff, because I know that somebody's always watching to say something about something. Not that I care, but it's important that I create my own narrative as opposed to letting somebody else create the narrative for me. So I don't allow social media to tell me what I should and should not post, and how I should and should not look, and things of that nature, because of what I believe or what I don't believe. I'm open-minded. I believe if it makes sense, it makes sense, and I'm not going to deny it. But I'm aware that people believe in whatever God and spirit and universe they believe in, and I'm okay with that, and I can coexist with those same people. We can have a normal conversation. Like, I'm not here to be holier than thou, because I ain't, okay? I'm human just like you. I go through things. My life, to some people, may look perfect, but it's far from perfect. I go through things just like everybody else. I poop, pee, and get stomach aches just like the next person. So don't think that because I am on a social media platform that anything changes, because it ain't. You just get a camera put in front of my face that time. So that's it. And understand that people on social media are humans. Like, and not even just on social media, but just in general, people that have some status are still normal people. Like, they still strive to be able to live their life like they want to, without people making judgment on what they feel is right for them or what they feel is wrong. Because at the end of the day, before there was a camera in their face, they was doing those things, so they don't think about it now that there is a camera in their face. People have, relationships. Sometimes they fail. Sometimes they, actually work. People have families and things go left. It happens. Nobody is excluded from those things happening. People have hate. People have, supporters and things of that nature. It's going to happen regardless of how we feel about it. So when it comes to the comment section, y'all can say whatever you want to say. I would just hope that you are mindful of what you're saying and how it won't get to a point where I will let those things affect me to where I won't do things. But I do want you guys to understand that when you are the people in the comment section always saying negative things to people and they don't, move like they used to move, it's because of you. Because they don't have time to keep going back and forth with people, or they don't have time to prove things to people because it's not necessary. So, we do these things, and I'm saying we because I'm somebody else that's on social media. So, we do these things because we love to do these things, and people love to have our lives shared with them. But at the end of the day, don't get misconstrued on the fact that it could be all taken away. Like, people don't have to post. People don't have to vlog. People don't have to go live and things of that nature. So if you want to keep seeing those people, if you want to keep, having influencers and having people on social media and giving you entertainment and being able to help you get through, different things in your life, because you can see that somebody that has more following to you or whatever the case may be is, getting through those things. So keep that in mind. Oops. And hopefully this video was informational for those that may needed the update. This was a mukbang / life update / chit chat video, and a little bit of background on things that you guys may or may not know. And for more videos, continue to like, comment, and subscribe. Also turn on your post notification bell so that you know when I post again, and that shall be soon. Love you guys. Thank you guys for watching. And again, if you guys want to know how to connect with me outside of YouTube, all of that information will be in the description below. Also, for those of you guys that are thinking about hitting me up about something that you want me to post personally, about a situation or something like that, or just things that I go through that you just want to know more about, please drop it in the comments. But also those that want me to market some things here on my channel or want me to review things on my channel, please let me know. Put it in the comment section and I will send you the link for my email. Matter of fact, I might just put that in my description. Yep, that's what I'm gonna do. Put it in the description with the rest of the stuff on how to connect with me. Thank you guys for watching this video, and goodbye.